A Sports-A-Delic, what is happening? What is happening? I am Sports-A-Delic. We have a awesome Washington Commanders recap. I have a couple of my commanders in chief with me tonight, and we're going to show you exactly how we plan to take command this season. So come on over here in the studio. Commanders, commanders, commanders. What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome. We got
What's
Mark.
good?
We got Martin. We got Martin with Live Wire Sports coming in. How you doing, Martin?
What's good? What's good, sis? How you feel?
I feel all right. And we got Herb, Burgundy and Gold. You know what's up? DC area representing hard. Herb, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Life is real good up in this DC area right now. It's on fire.
Why is it so good up there? I wonder. I wonder why it's so good. Yeah, no,
Hey,
we know why it's so good. We know why it's so good. What I plan to do, this evening, we're just going to go over our draft picks, who we have, what we like about them. Um, Man, they've been making some awesome moves in the undrafted market. Like, I mean, we've been doing our thing. But I'm gonna have you, Martin, first tell me
Okay.
from your point of view, how do you feel? What do you think after this draft?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I feel like this is the best draft that we have had in 30 years. I feel like finally you have a GM that knows what the hell he's doing, a guy that knows how to build a franchise. He's has a proven track record. You don't have to second guess. Now, granted, I don't listen to a lot of these dumb fans that we have don't know anything about building or management because they feel like, okay, we should have took this, we should have took that. I'm happy. There's no draft pick that we selected this past weekend that I could say it was a bad choice. They all fit. They all athletic. They all fast. They fit every piece of the puzzle that um, Dan Quinn, Kingsbury, Adam Peters put their hand on. Even the undrafted free agents that they picked up. You know, it goes to show that when you put somebody in charge that really has a great eye for talent and know how to build a roster, you can't go wrong. Um, so my thing is, I feel great about it. I love it. Like I said, I have not did none of my recap or anything for the on the past weekend, but I was locked in from day one. You know, when we was on Friday, all the way through the weekend. So hats off to Adam Peters, hats off to Josh Harris, hats off to the whole staff for putting together a hell of a draft.
What you got? What you got for me, Herb? What you think? How you feel?
y'all mean to tell me we went through a draft and didn't trade up for a long snapper? Wow.
Hmm.
But I agree that this draft probably is the best we've had in so many years. Um, and this is the thing. We didn't go, it wasn't necessarily about the big names, right? Well, other than the
Yeah.
quarterback. The
Right.
quality in which we drafted, oh my God, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
the competence that went behind from day one, how everything just is falling in place from the coaches hire to the free agency. First of all, I gave us an A in terms of coaching hire. I gave us an A in terms of free agency, and then an A in drafting. So what do you think my expectations are this year? It's through the roof. It is through
Right.
the roof. I mean, I'm trying to keep my excitement to a minimum, but I can't hide it. It's been so long of pure BS that now I can't wait until we put our hands on some of them opponents in the NFC East. I cannot wait. I can't wait. And the way they used to take our stadium over, that's not happening no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because people gonna show up. They gonna show up, and we gonna show out. So I love this draft from the first pick to the last pick. Just loved it. I have to say, Again, we didn't necessarily go with the big names, but when I look at the quality in which the players we drafted, oh my gosh. And my favorite pick was the one that at first I had big issues with, guys, and that was McCaffrey. When I looked at the McCaffrey pick at first, I went, why are they drafting McCaffrey in the third round? He's a fourth round pick, fifth round pick all day. But then when I look back at it, he was the comp pick of the third round, which is really a fourth round pick. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
that was,
I was going to tell you we had the compensatory pick.
yeah,
So
yeah. I really think that guy's going to be the biggest surprise of everybody we drafted. The biggest surprise. That's my opinion. He's going to be the sleeper.
well,
I
I don't want to dive into the players right here, right now, because
okay, I get you.
I want to give my take on. Naturally, I'm excited. Um, I shared with Martin last week that this is the first time where we made moves before the draft because traditionally we would always do very well in free
Mhm.
agency before the draft. That's
Mhm.
how we built the team. A bunch of undrafted, you know, not big name guys and stuff like that. And so when I look at what we did, before the draft, and then what we did with the draft, this is the first time in 35 years, that I feel like we're going to be reasonably, seriously competitive.
Yeah.
Like not just one or two, 3 games. I'm talking about the entire season. We're
Yeah.
going to be competitive. That's what I think.
What's amazing to me, Rima, is how can we bring in a group of
I'm
individuals
sports. I'm
their
sports-a-delic.
first year they come in,
Her,
the first year they come in, and they make this happen. I mean, they haven't
her,
even been here a year. Hmm.
her. I'm sports-a-delic. I'm sports-a-delic.
Sports-A-Delic. I get
Thank
you,
you.
right?
Thank you.
But look how quickly competent individuals in the front office can just put things together. The
Yeah.
respect is already there around the league. When was the last time you saw guys getting drafted by Washington and they're just ecstatic, right?
Right. Right.
It's been
Yes.
a while.
That is
Yeah.
true.
I
This is true.
I do like I look. I think a lot of the teams did well. Feel like a lot of teams did well. They got what they needed. This is the first time that 6 quarterbacks ran off the board. Regardless of our bias of all of these quarterbacks, if you watch college football, you've seen these quarterbacks play and you know what they could do. And some of these quarterbacks fit every team the way these teams need them to go, regardless of what we think of their draft stock or whatever the case might be. The one thing about the draft that kind of got me was the running backs. The running backs didn't start going into late second, third round of the draft. And there's some
Hmm.
decent quarterback. There was not a lot of defensive help out there. I mean, when Jeremiah Trotter went late, which I wanted him on the Commanders, but again, it's all about fit and need and scheme for our team. And that's what the Commanders did. They found everybody that they could plug in that fits the scheme and fit what they trying to do. Um,
Yeah.
so again, like Sports-A-Delic said, me and her, chop it up. We always chop it up. Me personally, I'm like ecstatic. I'm really ecstatic because I'm just looking at every player that we draft and like, damn, these guys could start. They are gonna start immediately. They're gonna have some playing time. It's not like they gonna sit on the bench.
Well, Sports-A-Delic and Martin. I wanted Jeremiah Trotter, and I know he's a Clemson guy, but he wasn't a good fit, Martin, for what they want. They want speed, and that's
Yeah,
not him.
that's
That's
why I
not
say
him.
I understood it.
Yeah, yeah. They want speed. He's a more traditional type of linebacker. Fill the gaps, but he's not a sideline linebacker, which that's where we're transitioning to right now.
Right. Yeah, he's I wouldn't be surprised. He kind of uh puts me in the mind of the linebacker we had a few years back. Oh man,
Brian Arapo?
yeah,
Was he?
he's more like not I can't think of his name. Um,
Is
'Cause
the jersey number coming to mind?
no, it escapes me, but it'll come back to me. But he puts me in the mind of that guy. Um, not real big, not real quick, but just he had really good football speed, a nose for the ball, very
You,
disruptive, and
you
that's
ain't talking
Jeremiah
about
Pryor.
Fletcher, is it?
No, 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 London, no, 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 no. But this
What
guy
about
was, I can't think of his name. I remember him getting that interception um, for us to win the division. Um, I want to
what?
say it was in DC, and I just remember saying, "This is the time that Tony Romo will throw an interception." And no sooner than I said that, he
Are
threw.
You
you
He
trying
are,
got his
are you are you talking about Holcomb?
no, no, because I don't think Holcomb was
mm-mm.
there when
No,
it's
she
Tony
talking about
Romo.
wait. She talking about a few
Yeah, wait,
like some years
yeah,
back.
it'll come to me because he intercepted. He just
I was thinking about
broke up.
Lamar Arrington, but I don't think that's him either.
No, I can see him. I just can't think of his
Was
name.
he in that time frame of LeVar Arrington time frame?
No, it was
Was it McIntosh?
Talking about
no.
Rocky
But
McIntyre.
like I said,
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend too much time on it when it comes to
yeah.
me because it will come to me. But what I want to do is I'm going to go from the bottom, to the top.
Okay.
Now, Javante, uh, Jean Baptiste, that boy can play.
Yeah.
He can play. He's a defensive end. He can play. He's nasty. He got long arms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like competition at every position, and I think that that's going to make us better. Like when you know that somebody can potentially replace you,
Mm-hmm.
that makes you better. You don't take plays off in practice. You hustle. Um, my outside of Daniels, my favorite pick, I gotta say, is Jordan McGee. I think he's going to be a sleeper
I
at the.
talked to I talked to one of my boys at Temple. He says he's going to be a 10-year player. He said, Herb, this guy going to be in the NFL about 10 years. He plays a lot of special teams too. He's going to stick with you guys for a while. I was really happy to hear that because
Yeah.
as soon as I knew you talking about the guy out of Temple, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. So I called my buddy who's at Temple right now, and he had nothing but great things to say about that dude. Not only is he a hell of a player, he's a hell of a person. Is what the guy was saying. So that's real. That speaks volumes too.
And we got to be happy with the defensive tackle. Like
Oh
that was
yeah.
just spot on. Newton, um, he's just spot on.
So when that pick happened initially, what were you guys' response when it? Because first of all, we didn't expect that. So I mean, when he slipped, I didn't think we would pick him, but when we did, what was your response? Because we got two Pro Bowl type defensive tackles.
But
Uh,
go ahead. Go ahead, sports.
what the reason again? Competition at every position, and it gives us the opportunity to keep those beasts rested.
Mm-hmm.
Rested. I think that man, our defense was on the field so much, right? And that certainly takes away from production, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think It gives you opportunity to go in there and get a breather when we want to turn the heat up without
Yeah.
losing too much when we make a substitution.
And
That's what I
Sports-A-Delic, one other thing that we must keep in mind is Jonathan Allen doesn't have any more guaranteed money on his contract. So this may be it this year for him. So he would be a great replacement if that was the case. Because
well,
Jonathan Allen,
again, they're scouting, they're paying attention, they're thinking short term, they're thinking mid range, they're thinking long term, and see what we get a year to really evaluate this guy.
oh,
And then
absolutely.
just because Allen doesn't have any more guaranteed money, that doesn't mean that if he wants to stay, I think they'll find a way to work it out for him to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I,
You
I,
know.
I think that I'm not looking at these guys as replacements for the guys that we have. I look at them more of what Adam Peters did over there with the 49ers. They had rotational players. They kept drafting players. They still had starters. They had people that come in that had starter potential that still could carry the load while the starters got breathers. Just like Sports was saying, it's all about depth. This team never had depth. Never had depth. If we look at the last couple of years, it's always Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne out there on the field. They don't really get a blow necessarily. Then you had your defensive ends out there. Whether if Chase was injured or where he was just there to being a statue. You had F.A. Abada, you had all of these guys, Ridge Ray, all of these guys chipped in here and there. But you need depth to continue to win, especially when you in a game and you taking over a game and your guys come out and say, for instance, I came out a game, but Herb came in and kept the pace going. That's what you need. Yeah, eventually down the line, Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne might not be there, but like Sports-A-Delic said, if the team is winning and we meeting the goals that we are set out to meet as a team, and this team start having a winning culture, Jonathan Allen will take us lesser contracts to stay because he wanted to be a part of something. Deron would do the same thing. These guys wants to win. That's all about it is they want to win. And if Adam Peters putting this team together and this team start winning and winning the way that we kind of like envisioning to win, some boys ain't going nowhere. They'll be right
Well,
here.
that's the beauty, but that's also the beauty of having been paid.
Well,
You
that's
understand what
true.
I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if we are getting closer and closer, and you really feel like, hey, I can see. Let's just say hypothetically, we mess around and get to the NFC Championship game, win one game in the playoffs, which hadn't happened in forever. And although we lost, it was a close loss where if you keep this team together, you can get back there and get beyond that point. I
Mm-hmm.
think when you get paid, I think that's when guys really start seriously thinking about winning championships
Yeah.
because that chase for the bag is over with. Only thing
Oh, yeah.
left now is your legacy in terms of how you want to leave the game, right?
Exactly.
And then I'm still a fan of now. If you don't want to be there, then I don't want you there. And
Yeah.
I hope this is not. I hope it's true. If Trent Williams is open to coming back and we can get him, like I told you all before, I'd take him.
Let me
He's
tell
still
you.
playing at a high level.
Let me tell you. If Trent Williams come back right now, we going to the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, Trent Williams come back with this team right now. Because see, the 49ers going to have cap trouble. They can't. They banking on Purdy rookie contract. That's what they're banking on right now. But Purdy's about to get paid. They're gonna have to pay Purdy. They gotta try to pay Debo. They gotta pay the defense. They gotta try to pay IU. They can't pay everybody.
Yeah, he's on his big contract already.
So the thing about it is that Trent say, look, I want to go back, finish my career in Washington, and we bring him, and man, look at here.
And
All
do
I'm
you
saying,
guys think it's a small chance that happens?
I think.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead. Sports
I,
athlete. I'll let you answer that.
I don't know that. Can't blame him for leaving. Cannot blame anyone
Oh,
for
absolutely,
leaving.
absolutely.
And I think Dotson said it best. He said he feel like he'd been traded, and as he said, the atmosphere is totally different. He's amped. He's ready to go, and he said it's just like starting all over again. And I think if we had that, Trent would have not have left. I mean, let's just be real. You know, we had trainers and coaches that were, and I'm telling you, I know something was going on with strength and conditioning because we stayed hurt too much.
Oh my God.
We stayed hurt too much.
Every year we were the top in injuries. So yeah, that was a problem.
Right. And so across the board, they're fixing all of those pieces. I'm just more impressed with the details of, you know, our organization right now.
Amen.
The devil is in the details. And they cleaned up the strength and conditioning piece. You know, you can tell they're operating from a plan, and it's just the beginning. I guarantee you. I told Martin this. I guarantee you, if we get a pick in the first round next year, it's going to be 28, 29, somewhere down there, because we're going to be at that 10, 11, 12 wins. That's my prediction.
Hey, I'm with you 100%. I am.
Because I told you, put me down for that Atlanta game. I told you that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be at the Atlanta game.
Yeah, so
I'm being there because I'm gonna take time off, and I'm not even going to drive up there. I'm gonna fly there. So,
I wouldn't think about driving. Gee, no.
Oh, I done drove it. Man, I might be driving it again this in August. So, but I think I'm gonna take about 4 days off though to do it.
You don't need it. You're gonna need. Well, let me ask you all this question, because I have not seen this many of our old Hall of Famers or great players come back the way that they've come back.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I did get a chance to peep. Did you all get a chance to peep the Darryl Green video?
Oh yeah, I did. I definitely did. I loved it.
Yeah, and he talked about. He said something that I thought was very interesting. The atmosphere now reminds him of back then, and that's a huge statement.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Because we were competitive. Now we all know. Let's just call a spade a spade. This has to translate out there on the field.
True.
You know, translates out there on the field. I already had a cowgirl fan, Hollywood. That's his name. He, he called me. He said, "Listen, you all gonna beat the hell out of us this season."
Oh, what?
He said He said, "You all gonna whoop our ass. I see it coming." And he said, "Because we're not even. I don't even know if we're rebuilding or just. I don't know what we're doing." And he said, and that's the first time in years that I can say I have no idea what the Cowboys are doing. He said because that got the whole team choked out with his whole contract situation.
Yeah, they just re-signed Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, well,
I'm
okay.
gonna put some icing on that cake real quick.
Hmm.
You know it's bad when Cowboys fans say that they ain't supporting their team this year. They supporting the Kansas City Chiefs. That's bad.
Damn.
I'm like, I
Well,
was,
why not the Texans? Why not the Texans? I mean,
yeah,
damn.
they literally jumped ship. I like, don't you can't be jumping your ship. I had one guy, he worked with me, like he talking about them dead skins making
Wow.
some noise.
Wow.
I say, guess what? I say you a Eagle fan. And
Oh, please.
I say, I told him, I say, y'all won't be saying that at the end of the season. I say, we give y'all trouble regardless. When we had a bad record, we still give y'all trouble. I said, now that we lock and reloaded, I said that ass kicking gonna come really good for y'all this year.
The bottom line is the Philadelphia Eagles remind me of Santa Claus. We all pretend that Santa Claus exists, but he really don't. Okay, that's how I look at them.
Mm,
They're just a bunch of pretenders, in my opinion, and it is possible. Jalen Hurts, and I said this, and I'm gonna say it again. Jalen Hurts um, and Dak Prescott. Um, these guys cannot make every throw. When you have receivers that can catch anything, anywhere, that type of thing, you got to be able to throw in tight windows. You got to be able to throw them open. You got to be able to do those things. You got to be able to drop it over the top. And that's just not their skill set. It's just not.
mm-hmm.
Like Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott have reached their ceiling. Um,
Oh
that's
yeah, I
why
believe it. I believe it.
That's like in Buffalo. You see, these people are just starting to leave and kind of break up and everything. Same thing with Justin Herbert. Like they, Herbert got some game left, but when you got certain pieces and you don't add to it, or you fall off the cliff, so to speak,
Or if
it's time.
you had a bunch of pieces and you couldn't still get over the hump.
Right.
He had a
You got to do
whole
something different.
college team. He had an Alabama team, a doggone Ohio State team, and you still couldn't dethrone Patrick Mahomes.
Well, like I said, it's time to do something different, and I think if I dare say that if the Ravens don't do something dramatically, serious, let's just say they get back there and they don't win. It's the same thing. At some point, you got to just do something different. You know.
I mean, I see the Ravens picked up a wide receiver and they pick up defense of their specialty. But at the same time, you're gonna have to teams gonna already know you got Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. We already know the first thing y'all gonna do is to run the ball. They're not gonna really play y'all passing until they show that they could be more than just a running team and pass the ball efficiently. They Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson don't ain't going to the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna be honest with you because last year was their chance. Last year was their
Damn,
chance,
last year might have been their chance. You right.
and I don't. That shit is. It's just the Josh Allen effect. You got Joe Burrow coming back. You got Patrick Mahomes still over there. You got C.J. Stroud on the come up. We don't know about Massage Watson, what he's going to be doing this year or whatever the case might be. But them windows is that small right now for them guys. It's not like the NFC because the NFC is wide the hell open.
Right. Well, like I said, at some point you have to just say we've tried everything, and because it's these defensive coordinators get paid millions of dollars to do what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and Lamar Jackson, he doesn't want his legacy defined as the guy that 2, 3 MVPs and could never get it done. And when it comes down to him getting it, he was either hurt or I don't know what happened to him that this last game. I mean, he just looked like he just wasn't seeing the field or something. I don't know. Was the moment too big? Can I say that?
It could
Was,
be.
was
It
the
could
mo- was
be.
the mo- was the moment too big?
It,
Maybe.
it could be.
I mean, he's a dynamic player. You know,
It could be.
because another point of discussion. I know that you want to get there. You got to get the rings, uh, but the only thing strikes me as odd is I don't know why he doesn't get more endorsement deals.
I think you know why.
Well, you tell me why.
Uh, he's not.
Likable,
No, he's very likable. He's very
approachable.
likable. But when the kid talks and when you look at him, you just he does not have endorsement written all over him. What you do see, Sports-A-Delic, is endorsement is written all over him when it comes to his performance. But looking at that Joker, I mean, he a rough Al Green looking type dude. I mean, he got the cornrows. I
Damn.
mean, you know what I mean? He got the little rough edges around his face. I don't know if he cleans up well, basically.
Yeah,
I don't know if he
he looked like he could have been in the movie Cornbread Earl and Me. He just looked
That's
like
what
he
I'm
could have.
saying. I told you he looked like one of them Al Green throwbacks from way back in the day. You remember how Al Green used to look with the little rough
Yeah,
beard?
yeah.
That's that dude.
And then his voice. He doesn't really project his voice. It is kind of raspy, I think, or something.
Yep. But what I
Uh,
can tell you though, Sports-A-Delic, about him is I'll take him in a heartbeat because he has the passion to win. That's one dude that when I watch him play, he doesn't really look like he's thinking about how much money he's making. He's giving it his all. And that's what I want. So hopefully when we go out there and this kid goes out there representing the burgundy and gold, I see that same thing. Because if we can get that type of if we can get that type of effort, oh, the future damn sure looks good. I just need that type of effort. That look, I would take it. Basically, what I'm saying, Sports-A-Delic, is if we can get that Lamar. I know he's falling short, but if we can get that type of effort Lamar has given Baltimore, we are good for years and years and years.
The,
So
the,
that's
the
what I'm
I
only
hoping.
agree.
thing, the only thing about Jaden Daniels, he can throw the ball. That's the difference.
Yeah,
That's the big
Well,
difference.
he can, and it's funny that they mention that when they compare his game. They say he can throw as if Lamar cannot. I mean, do you guys see that's a trait about Lamar is that he's not accurate?
okay, we seen the last game. Okay, we don't have to say a whole lot.
No,
Lamar's
that last
passing
game.
game,
I get you. I get you.
Lamar's passing game is up and down and tremendously much improved. No doubt
Okay.
about it.
Very fair. Very fair assessment. Very
Yeah,
fair assessment.
if he ever gets the touch, because he's still, you know, he might be 5 yards from you, and he still might throw it as if you're 50 yards away.
Yeah,
And when he develops that touch, I just think he'd be moving so fast sometimes that he just can't slow it all down
yeah,
and
he do be
pass.
moving like the speed of light half the times. I mean, he's just
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
he goes. I mean, I think this year was probably his most prominent year as a passer, and which I commend him a lot because especially in the 49ers game when they ate the 49ers alive.
yeah.
Um, and that's the game that right there that told me that they was gonna go to the Super Bowl. I didn't see anything else, you know. But
Well, the danger is if if they get their running game and their short passing game together, and Lamar is able to kind of do his thing, keep plays alive, and kind of dink and dunk you along the
Yeah.
way. Um, and then we all know that last quarter, if Derrick Henry get it going, I mean, so I see what they're trying to do,
Hmm.
but I also see what we're trying to do, and you know, because
So
aren't they on our schedule?
I don't think we played them this year.
You know, uh, you know, I can't remember, but
so 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 Martin and Sports-A-Delic, I know you guys feel like I feel in regards to we're one of the most improved teams in the NFC. But I want to mention, I would think, how do you think we fare up or add up if we were to like face a team that I think is headed in the same direction in which we are, from the bottom to the top, would be Chicago, Caleb Williams in Chicago.
Mm.
well, right here, right now, today, even if we didn't add these pieces, I don't think, um, you know, it wasn't our defensive line that was the problem that game. Um, but I think that on paper, uh, we can compete with anybody. But that's just on paper. That's why I said it got to
Right.
translate, get on the film. And then Daniels, what is his learning curve going to be like?
Hmm.
Because there will be one,
Yeah.
and so he has to be the real deal because here lately, these top draft pick quarterback guys, I think 2021, the only ones really hanging on is um, Trevor Lawrence, ain't it, from that class?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Justin Fields came out, and so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Well,
just curious to see his learning curve. That's going to be the tape
yeah.
and the tell of our season. Does he pick up things quickly? And then when he get touched, does he get up, shake it off, and move on to the next play? What is his true mentality? College doesn't even matter anymore.
I like what Nick Saban had to say about our team and about JD. And he said that, I mean, it's like every pick we picked Nick Saban was, I mean, I had to get used to it because I've never had the mainstream media cheering us, talked about us, commend us about our draft and the things that good fortune that we have done so much. And it was like, okay, did somebody get paid off or something to tell these people to say this stuff? But
Right.
Nick Saban really gave us a lot. And he said the one thing about Jaden, he said he just had to get the ball out of his hand quicker. He said, out of everything else, quicker and just learn to protect yourself. He said, if Jaden does them two
That's true.
things, he said, if does them two things, he said, there ain't nobody could touch him. And I was like, I said, you know what? I
That's
said,
true.
if he does them two things, I'm telling you, there ain't nobody could mess with him. Because he's gonna be unstoppable. And I think Jaden Daniels knows this, and the way he carries himself, the way he talks, the way he's like so humble and he gives God a lot of grace. The dude talk. Sports. Did you see the video what Doug Williams had with him, showing him the history of the Commanders and the whole Washington franchise? And he was sitting in the room, and Doug Williams was asking him certain questions, and he said he wants to be a pillar in the community. He wants to give back. He wants to bring this franchise, and that's something that I feel like he's going to. He wants to have that shoulder responsibility to help this franchise get to where they're being. Even though he's young, and I know there's a lot of growing and a lot of things he's gonna do, and I think he under the this coaching staff that we have, I think he could get there a lot. So
Well, Herb, what is your closing remarks? And then Martin, you can give me yours, and then I'll close out with mine.
Um, we're going to compete. We're going to compete, and my expectation is we're not going to just compete, but I think that we're going to have a target on our backs because the way things are going right now, teams are going to have to shoot to compete with us, and we're going to get teams' best effort when we play them because they're not going to want to see the old Washington fans come out of the woodwork because they're coming. They're coming
Right.
as we should. But I think that this year, I thought it might take a little longer, but the way they're putting it together, Sports-A-Delic, I'm all in. I cannot wait. It can't come soon enough. So I expect double-digit wins. I am ecstatic.
Okay, Martin,
I
live
only
wire
got
sport.
only got two playoffs and rookie of the year.
Wow. Rookie of the year, too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, my closing remarks is my opening remark. I am ready for us to take command. If we're gonna be the commanders, we need to be commanding some shit, and that's it. I'm ready for us to take command of the NFC East and beyond. That's it.
Left
Oh,
hand up.
one more thing. You know the new hashtag says raise hell. So we got to raise some
Well,
hell.
I'm ready to raise, hell. And so I like that. So that's what we're gonna roll with hashtag raise hell.
Yep.
I
So
But
can't wait.
again,
go ahead.
thank you guys, for jumping on with me, at short notice. Just wanted to kind of recap, see where your head was with our picks.
Yeah.
Uh, definitely looking forward. I am going to go out on a limb. Uh, I don't want anything less this season. A great benchmark, 10, 10 wins. That's I'll be reasonably satisfied and really believe that we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's fair. That's my floor. I'm being
Yeah.
honest. That's my floor.
Give me
I
10
believe we
wins,
got the talent.
and I'll be happy and say, you know what, we're moving in the right direction. Miraculously, if we end up in the Super Bowl, that's why it's called Cinderella season, and I'll
You
take that.
damn right.
I'll
Hey,
take that.
why can't we be the Houston Texans? I know we damn
I,
sure can be and will be.
why?
Yep.
Why not us? Why not us? Absolutely.
That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
But like I said, thank you guys for tuning in and
Thanks for
live
having
wire.
me. Thanks for
You're
having me.
welcome.
As always, live wire. Let me know, and I'll be glad to come on the show. And maybe one day, Herb, you're gonna go ahead and break down and start your channel so we can help pump that out for you as well.
Well, I, I only got one more week of day shift, so next week is my last week. I'll be on my 4-day weekend. I'll go back. I'll start my night shift on that Sunday. So maybe we could get together um on NFC East and everybody get to have they talk about what their team did for the draft and everything, and what they all season looking like on next Friday. So that will be something because that'll be my last Friday. I mean, I still could do Fridays, but it just depends on everybody's schedule. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
and congratulations to you, Martin. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right.
So, so yeah, I get ready to start sleeping a lot in the daytime.
Well, we got to have the BMWs out there, sir.
Yeah,
We got to compete.
Oh,
yeah.
and our fair share of Mercedes, by the way.
Yes, Herb is my
Yeah.
competition.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm saying. You see, we got competition inside our organization, and we got competition right here on Sports-A-Delic. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if you can keep up with how many Herb. I'm gonna see if you can sell as many as he can make.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm
Ooh.
doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Ooh.
But I can't compete with him and them robots. I'm telling you.
Hey, I don't know, but you guys
Well,
enjoy the rest of your week, and
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks again for having me.
hey, take command and raise hell.
Yes, sir.
Left
Woo.
hand up. Who are we?
All right,
Commander.
Sports-A-Delic signing off. Like, subscribe, share, and raise some hell.
That's right.
You all have a
Share, like, share this channel. Share it, share it, share it.
and subscribe, like, and
The
raise hell.
Commanders.
All right, you all have a good night and a good week. Okay.
All right. All right.